Hi everyone, this is Carol Speaks the State of Our World on Wednesday, February 9th, 2022. So what is it? Good, better, and different? All three. Okay, now, what are some of the things that are happening here? Okay, so the major headlines. Debate. Would the U.S. sanctions bill on Russia prevent military conflict or make war more likely? Who knows? And then we have Don't Look Up. David Sirota on his Oscar nod for writing blockbuster Climate Crisis and Media Satire. Yeah, a lot of people don't take the climate crisis seriously, including my family. Okay, workers at largest GM plant in Mexico vote for new independent union after 2019 reforms. I'm very happy for them. Hope it'll go well. Now, what are some of the minor headlines? Heads of state hold more talks as U.S. threatens sweeping sanctions amid Russia-Ukraine tensions. Okay. New York drops indoor mask mandate. That's not a good idea. Pfizer projects over $50 billion in revenue from COVID treatments. Okay. Now, Pfizer announced a projected $32 billion in revenue this year from its publicly funded COVID-19 vaccine. That's just part of Pfizer's overall projected revenue of around $100 billion in 2022, with another $22 billion coming from the sale of COVID pill Paxlovid. Pfizer has refused to share its technology with other countries in desperate need of vaccines. Oxfam said in response to Pfizer's financial report, thousands of people in Africa are dying every day from COVID because companies like Pfizer have prioritized profits over saving lives. No corporation should decide who lives and who dies. Johnson & Johnson has halted production of its coronavirus vaccine. Dutch plant making the only usable doses of the shot switched over to production of experimental vaccine unrelated to COVID, and this unfortunately Johnson & Johnson vaccine is relied on by many African nations. Now, Pfizer, your publicly funded vaccine, all the profits should go to the U.S. You shouldn't get any profits from this, and the U.S. should take over your company because we funded your research, development, test, and distribution. Pfizer, and you should be sharing your technology with other country because you're causing the death of a lot of people. I hope the owners of Pfizer all get the virus and do not survive. All right. Now, Canadian truckers shut down bridge linking to U.S. as Freedom Convoy grows. It's a terrible situation. They must got their uh, inspiration to do this from neo-Nazis and KKK people, white supremacist people. All right, Israeli soldiers shoot dead 3 Palestinians in the West Bank city of Nablus. Israeli forces have killed 3 Palestinians in the city of Nablus. Eyewitnesses said an Israeli soldier shot at their car after storming into the victim's neighborhood in a civilian vehicle. Gunshots were heard for over 1 straight minute. Rights groups condemned the attack. This is a Palestinian official speaking Tuesday. Okay. This is another new crime and a new massacre. Nothing strange from the Israeli government. This is a true face of Israel. Forces occupation and settlers rule in Israel, and their government leader is a settler. So definitely there will be catastrophic results on the ground, but we will not allow them to kill our nation's children in the light of day when they are innocent, to kill them in cold blood. This is a crime. I agree. I totally agree. All right. What else is happening? And we continue to give Israel billions of dollars in aid. All right. Millions in Horn of Africa face severe hunger after years of drought caused by the policies of the West. Yep. And in Central America, they have drought too. And you wonder why people are leaving. All right. Now, outrage, uh, uh, oh, the U.S. has approved a $100 million military sales to Taiwan. China won't be happy about that, but the defense industry will. Outrage mounts over school hijab ban in Indian state of uh, Karnataka. Um, that will not be good. Um, they shouldn't have a hijab. Hijab is a head covering, and it's for Muslim women who choose to do so. Shouldn't be banned. They should be allowed to wear that. Okay. Ex-Pope Benedict asks for forgiveness for church's sexual abuse, but denies wrongdoing. Oh yeah, everybody denies wrongdoing. Yeah, you were in charge, Benedict. I hope you are held accountable. Rape survivor who sparked the Me Too movement in Australian government responds to Prime Minister's apology. Okay. A former government staffer and a rape survivor said she wanted to see more action as she slammed the apology offered this week by Australia's Prime Minister Scott Morrison for her attack and the culture of sexual abuse in Parliament. Last year, she accused a former colleague of raping her inside a minister's office, setting off a major reckoning at the highest levels of Australian government. She spoke earlier today at the National Press Club in Canberra in Australia. I hope the Australian officials responsible will be held accountable, and I don't see any mercy for them. It seems like the culture is the same no matter where you go in the world. Women are not safe. UCLA to pay $243 million for abuse by school gynecologist, and Harvard students file sexual harassment suit. Okay, that's good. Hope they'll get some results from that. Now, I don't, and Harvard, everyone should be treated fairly. So I think any harasser should be killed. Yep. Now, Oakland School Board votes to close at least 7 schools despite community outcry. How can they close the schools? You have school in your neighborhood. They're probably getting paid off so that people who want to, they want to close the schools and they want to gentrify the neighborhood. Where are the kids supposed to go? I don't know. It's a very strange thing to do. I don't know. They're all in low-income areas, and they affect Black and Latino students. I think that's very sad that they're closing these schools. Okay. Biden administration slams Florida's anti-LGBTQ school bill after Governor DeSantis signals he'll sign. He'll support it. Okay. People are people. Can't, you can't erase people who think differently. There are reports that Biden administration to ramp up immigrant surveillance and home confinement. Okay. It's going to be a pilot curfew program. So, and it'll be reliant on ankle bracelet monitors and other surveillance devices as alternatives to detention and to decrease the use of private immigration shields. Okay, I don't know. I'm not sure what's the right thing to do. Now, McConnell, the minority leader in the U.S. Senate, blasts the RNC for downplaying the violent insurrection and censure of Representatives Cheney and Kinzinger. I agree with you. He knows it was an insurrection, and the Republican National Committee is denying that. All right. Biden vows to halt Russia to Germany gas pipeline if Russia invades Ukraine. I don't know how he can do that. Okay. So hopefully that well, he has the cooperation of the leader of Germany. So I don't know. We'll have to see what happens there. Now, several Democratic-led states announced plans to roll back mask mandates. Not a good thing. Okay, and Biden admin tests four-legged robotic dogs on U.S.-Mexico border. I don't know if that's a good idea. That's terrible. I think it's terrible. But can't control what they do. Okay. That's a lot of news. So how about a little music this day of Wednesday, February 9th, 2022? Carolyn Speaks, State of a World. All right. What shall we sing today? I don't know. Let's give it a try. Okay. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, oh let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Okay, that's kind of repetitive, but, alright. Okay, hope you liked that. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you join us again tomorrow. Take care of yourself and others. Wear a mask. Practice social distancing. When a vaccine is available for you and it's safe for you to take it, I would take it. Had mine on May 27th. Now I'm looking around for a booster, and we'll see what happens. I'm doing good. I should get my booster this month. We'll look into that. Okay. Take care of yourself and others. And remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. Thank you. Good night. Stay safe.